What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? I'm Poetic.
Now your boy, MrM2J. Let's go.
What a day, man. How you doing today?
Horrible, bro. Horrible.
My day wasn't horrible, but it was, I'm here.
Now, watch this. Watch this. Okay. I got my, what's it called? The compressor on my car. I changed it last Friday. Yeah, that was last Friday. Now, over the weekend, I chose not to drive the car. I was just chilling at home. Just chilling.
Okay.
We did our recording. I played some games, around with some programs, the whole shebang. Bro, yesterday, I started driving and I started hearing a little, hitting, like it was some plastic from under the car that probably came loose from the mechanic because they were under the car, changing the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna check it out. But Monday went and came and by and the whole shebang and done. So today I decided to go check it out, but in the afternoon. I ain't see nothing. Everything was cool. I'm like, I don't see nothing. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm probably just the wind just moving something. Tell me why I'm in the highway on the turnpike here in Florida, for those who know.
Okay.
Driving 65, going probably a little bit higher than that. And I keep hearing the. I'm like, yo, what the heck is that? Something told me to look at the bottom of my windshield, and I see the back of my the back of my hood just moving like this. It's just moving, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? So I thought that somehow, some way, I pulled the little handle for the hood to open up. So I pulled to the side, get off the car, and I try to open the thing. But I'm like, yo, whatever. Like I try to pull it, and I didn't hear. When you hear the tension, and then you hear the pop.
Yeah.
I hear nothing. So I'm like, all right, let me just go close it down now. Pull it up, about to put it down. My dude, tell me why the hat, the locking mechanism, the little hook thing, is all the way locked in already. Okay, it's all the way locked in, and there's no way to open it because the springs that pull it back open are broken.
Oh, shit.
So the mechanic, whoever worked, my mechanic is really good, but I think some of the other guys were working on it. Tell me why the spring broke. So I'm like, damn, I'm about to be late for work. So I decided to call my wifey. I'm like, hey, do me a favor. I'm on my way to work. I dropped down speed all the way like 30, 40 miles an hour on the pike, which is 65. I'm going way below where it's supposed to go. So if I state trooper sees me, he's going to pull me over because now I'm driving slower than I'm supposed to. So I get to work. I leave the car over there. I leave it unlocked with the key in the little holder or whatever. And I left one of the doors unlocked. So I told him, listen, the car is unlocked. So just in case he just decides to lock on it, I left one of the doors manually unlocked. So you can go in through there, wherever you go, get the car. Tell me why the mechanic wanted to talk about that it broke and I have to buy the part. I didn't break it. Plus, my car is a Camry 2012. So those you don't have the little stick to hold the hood open. They have the
springs on the side.
No. They have the little gas stuff that stop like after you open it. It just
yeah,
exactly. So it has it. You keep it like that. Tell me why. And I noticed this, but I never asked questions. Because I'm like, yo, I want to get the AC fixed, whatever. And my mind just drifted into something else. But I noticed that when my car was over there in the shop, they had a freaking stick holding my freaking hood open. Never in the time that I owned my car that ever that hood would close back on. Never. So what happened? I think that the guy was that was working on the car pulled it up all the way and broke it. and then put the stick and then try to play it, then try to play it off like, oh, it was broken already. That shit was not broken.
Bro,
So
that's why before I go to a mechanic, I make sure whatever I know they gotta work on, depending on where it is, I take video and picture. But like, look, everything's intact.
yo, my guy, you know something? I'm gonna have to take that advice like to heart.
Bro,
Because
I got issues. That's
because
why
no lie, bro.
I
I like the work that
it's
he does. I like the work that he does. He's a
It's
wonderful mechanic. He never done me wrong. But the fact of the matter that this time around, after they did work, they don't want to take responsibility, and then they want to make me buy the part, and they be like, oh yeah, just buy the part and I install it, no problem. I shouldn't buy the part.
Yeah, that's on you.
I didn't break that. I didn't break it. You know what I'm saying? You guys did that while you were working on my car. They go, oh, but it was rusty. I don't care if it was rusty or not. I did not break it.
Bro, I'd be pissed, bro.
The only reason, the only reason why I kind of like let it slide today is because I'm stuck at work while my wife has a car. Like my car is at the shop with my wife. So it's like this whole like back and forward through the phone. And I'm like, I'm driving my work car while I'm talking on the phone, like, you know, trying to get this stuff situated or whatever. And it's kind of getting me frustrated. Bro, then they come around like, oh yeah, we couldn't. My wife went and she bought the springs. She went and bought the springs. Whatever. She told me like, oh, it was only about $2, $3, whatever. So it's not that much. I'm like, whatever. It's not that. It's the principle of the matter.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to come over here trying to scam you after you did some work, because I had to fix my wife's car and my car, and together between those two cars was about over $1,000. So I'm like, I'm not going to spend $1,000 and I'm going to tell you that you need to fix something for me for free. I'm not.
Yeah.
If I'm paying you for my services, I'm telling you that, like, yo, you guys broke it. Take responsibility over it. Be accountable about this stuff. We already spent on $1,000. If you need to buy the part and then come install it, and I can come on a later date, then I'll go ahead and do that. I'll figure it out a way to get to work and come back. You know, in the meantime, yo, whatever, bro. The excuses back and forward, excuses, bro. Like, yeah, today was just crazy. So they managed to open up the latch, close the door, so now it's latched. But if I open it again, it'll stay like that. So then they tell me, oh, buy the part and we come install it. I'm like, yo, that right there to me now is like strike one.
Yeah, especially like,
because
you've been going through it for a while, right?
I've been going with them for years now.
Never had that issue?
Never had an issue with, because this is the thing about it. The mechanic, every single time, if he breaks something, he'll let me know. And he let other customers know. I seen it with my own eyes.
They would catch on the phone, bro. Verbal fists they would catch.
Because, you know, like, they'll be on the phone and be like, yo, while I was working this, that, and the third, I broke something. So I already ordered a part. So you're going to get some new parts. Don't worry about it. You don't have to pay for it. It was our mistake.
Yeah, I'm not paying for it.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, that kind of, you know, like, it made me feel good, because it like, he ain't trying to play the customer and be like, oh, you know something, this broke and now you got to replace it because it was already broken. So now, like, you trying to play that card with me now? Like, how you going to tell me that your mechanic broke it, but now you want to put the blame on me and I have to buy the part and you're going to install it for free? Because it's not just that; it's the latch and it's the bars to keep the freaking hood open. Those two things. I'm like, come on. Like, that right there, it just really got me, like, it got me mad upset. I'm like, yo, that's crazy, bro. Like, that's crazy.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
So, like, on the back end, I'm gonna start looking for other mechanics and try to see how the reputation and stuff like that, like, you know, kind of like word of mouth. See if other people think that there's other mechanics that are around that might be able to work. But that was a big shot for me. That was like strike one.
I couldn't do that. That would aggravate me.
I mean, by the time I got out of work, it was already like 6 something in the afternoon. They already closed.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I got more work because spring break is coming around the corner. So the kids are gonna be out of school. So I'm trying to pull all this overtime hours that I can. You know, just try to kind of like, because I don't work that week. So it's going to be like, my check is going to be kind of short. because that from the 2 weeks I'm only gonna have 1 week worth of work. So try to pull out this extra overtime so I kind of compensate a little bit. So yeah, today it was a long and a stressful day today, bro. Crazy.
Yeah, the beauty of life, huh?
You ain't lying about it. You ain't lying at all. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Bro, if you guys watching this podcast, if you guys ever had a situation like that like out of nowhere, you know something, like if somebody were to make you pay for their mistakes, like what do you guys do? You know, you just leave it in the comments. Let me know. I need to take some of your advice. Because
Facts, bro.
this had me.
Okay, so we're gonna do some random questions because why not? Let's see what I got here. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do. Yeah, I'm gonna ask these questions later on. We're gonna do a different one, but we're gonna go ahead and do this. So, first question is about guy code. This is gonna be like a miniature guy code kind of thing.
We have a guy code, or we're using the general guy code.
We'll do general because ours there's guy code and then there's like family guy code.
Exactly. Not so much as a family guy code. I'm talking about like our clique guy code. Because I don't think we ever really like. I mean, we kind of use the general guy code, but we never really established like that guy code for our little circle.
Well, I think it's because like I think guy code is kind of everywhere. But there's the real men who have guy code, and then there's the ones who pretend to have guy code. And they only use it.
That would be breaking that.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember Eddie? the number one guy code breaker,
bro. You just don't do stuff, bro. There's stuff you don't do for guy code that you just don't do.
I'm telling you, right? Like I am not a violent guy, and I don't really like. If I try to avoid, like if I can avoid it, I'll do my best. But I'm telling you, if I find him at any given point in life, if life give me a chance to find him, bro, I'll tell you this: I'm gonna run out of nowhere, and I'm gonna Superman punch him and just. I'm not even gonna like try to stop him. No, I'm just gonna be like, whoop, and then just keep on moving.
I'm not saying. Okay, so we do not condone violence, but I'm not saying also. I'm also not saying that I wouldn't be able to within 20 minutes. I would say 10, but let's say 20. I could easily find them. No,
that's the thing about it. Like, I'm not really trying to find them or anything, but I'm just saying, if I were to just, I'm like, yo, like, we had a brotherhood. You know, we have this group that we started from way back then. And because you couldn't just come up to my face and just tell me how you felt, then you start talking behind my back. And then the worst part of it, and I know you remember, when we first had the flip phones and I had the Razor, and I put that boy on speakerphone, and like you guys were mute, and he just started talking shit. Bro. And then I came to the phone, and he just out of nowhere, he's just like, yo. And he hang up. And then he hang up. Like, guy, why you hang up? You just got exposed, but like you a freaking liar.
Like, here's the thing, like when you got guys who you're friends with, not just friends, but like family, if there's an issue, you resolve it quick. How? Yep. Get blunt with it. That's guy code. If you're a real man, you're a real dude, you're a real guy. You have a bunch of friends, you're in a group chat, you're talking, you spend all the time together. Speak the shit. You feel me?
Exactly. Just be upfront, bro. If you bother by it, just say some shit about it. But like that's one of and I think that was the first guy code that we put for our personal group. It's like, yo, if we got something to say, whether it's I like it or I don't, I'm gonna tell you. And I'm telling you just because I want everybody to be informed. I want everybody to know. You know, if you don't like it and we disagree about it, we can have a conversation about it. Probably find a middle ground about it. You know, disagree to disagree, whatever the choice may be at the end. But at least we were upfront and honest about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that just...
So we're going to go ahead and say it. We're going to be blunt with our people. So one of the questions actually is, can you share a hilarious or bad? This one says hilarious, but doesn't matter if it's hilarious or not. Can you share a hilarious story about a friend breaking the bro code or bad, breaking the bro code and the consequences that followed? If there were or what there would be. We know what there would be with you, but what happened? Go ahead and speak that truth. Speak that truth.
I think that already. I answered that. I answered that before even you asked the question. That's the craziest part of it all. Cause like after that, bro, like we were all beyond mad about that shit. Like,
go ahead. Tell them what happened so people know. Let's get people's opinions. What happened? Go ahead and tell them what happened.
Bro, like honestly, like I was going, like I was single at the time, so he was leaving the center. So after he left the center, he had this girl that he broke up with. Now she's hitting on.
For y'all who don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you guys go back to the first episode, y'all find out.
Yeah.
For those who've been watching, you guys should know what job was. But he got this girl, whatever. They broke up. Now, mind you, as a bro code, I am not hollering at her. To me, that's his girl. Point blank period. Y'all know this. Everybody in our crew knows this. So she's hitting on me. She hitting on me. She hitting on me. She hitting on me. She hitting on me. And I went to him and I said, "Bro, this girl is hitting me up. This girl is hitting me up. This girl is hitting me up. I'm not doing anything. So I'll let you know." And what was he said? He said this, "Bro, I'd rather her be with you than with any other dude because you are going to treat her right."
Yep.
Leave it at that. And he said, "If you want to date her, you got my blessing." Bro, that's it. So after that, I gave him my reply. After the fact that he said that, and you guys know, that's the part, bro. Y'all know. So we start going out, whatever. And, we just talking. We in the talking stage, whatever, this and the other, because now I'm trying to get her to know my personal way. That we got trying to get, because I knew her as my boy's girl. So, you don't too deep into her personal stuff, because then you kind of look shady. So now we just talking, whatever, this and the other and the third. Then at some point, I guess he got upset about the whole fact, because then he started talking about that I am like mind you, at that time I was still a virgin. that I'm having sex with other women when I was still a virgin, bro. That is the craziest part of them all. Now, mind you, this is the most mind-blowing thing ever. Herself. She told me that he was telling her that.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, no, I'm a virgin. So I let that be established for the get-go. Like, I'm a virgin. I'm not right now. I'm not, I'm not looking for anything. I'm trying to wait until marriage, whatever. Being younger. I mean, no, say I have my Christian values. So I was I'm trying to whatever. Grew up. Things happen. Whatever. And not everybody keep those promises to themselves.
The boom was good.
So so after the whole fact, she kind of basically exposed him herself. Mind you, she had an attachment or some type of loyalty to him first. So she could have just gone. She could have gone by, and what I'm saying, like she could have gone by and say nothing about it, and then just believe it and just leave me alone. But she came like, "Yo, he's saying that this, that, and the third." I'm like, "No, bro, I got people here. They will not lie about my character. Y'all will expose me in front of other people just so they know that the truth is true, whether I like it or not. The truth is the truth." You know what I'm saying? So that's when I call you guys. You guys told her, watch out, whatever. And then she like, okay, so I'm going to do this. She called him and then put it on a three-way. That's when three-ways, kind of were starting or whatever not.
So she put him on a... Basically, you can still do it now. But basically, I can call him. And then what you do is I call him, and then once he picks up, I can call another number, and it would say connect, and then you call the person, and that would be everybody in the same line talking at the same time.
She told me, put your phone in mute so you can hear the whole conversation. So she started the whole conversation about it, I want to hear again, so you telling me that, so that that your friend, your brother, he was acting now and doing this with this girl, bro, and he started telling random girls from center, and I always kept to myself, and that's the saddest part of it all. I kept to my clique. I ain't never I was not a person that was talking and mingling with everybody else. So after the fact, you guys are sitting there with me on the phone on mute, and then I get off of mute. I'm like, really, bro? You're gonna sit down there and lie about it? And then dude's like,
Bro, you can hear the guilt in his voice, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like you just got exposed. You were a faker, bro. Like, how you gonna sit down there for like years, come around and talk about that you were my brother, but then you're gonna sit down and be a Judas, bro? Like, literally be a Judas. It's kind of sad that you always gotta have a Judas in your crew. It happens, bro. And just that it just
that one dude who gets dumb enough to not realize, and the term for it fits to a point, but like bros before hoes. It should always be. You should never, if you're actually considered dude's family, you're actually close. You should always believe them first, because the fact
exactly,
that, especially if you're blind.
Yeah, but and the thing about it is this, you see, and this is where the whole problem kind of like why I personally until today's day I feel a type of grudge or something like that, because it's like never at one point in time in your existence you saw me as a brother, yet you call me your brother. Because if you saw that you still wanted her, all you had to do is say this, bro, I'm still got feelings for her, so I don't want you to be with her.
Yeah.
My guy, I would drop that like it was a bucket of hot water. On a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because I would put your feelings above, because I not even have feelings at the time. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting to know this girl. Now, instead of saying something to me and coming to me, the person that you apparently have a problem with, and be like, yo, bro, you know something? Like, I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still want to have something with her or whatever. We haven't done nothing at this time. I'm still a virgin. So it's like, just tell me something. I would have dropped her. I'm like, but I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here getting to know this girl because you gave me the permission to, like, yo, if she's going to be with somebody, I'd rather be with you than somebody else. So I did that. Say something.
Yeah.
And that's the part that kind of burns me, because it's like, I just want to give you one good lick to the jaw. Yeah, because you never, ever saw me as a bro. That's the part that burns me the most. And that's the thing about it, like between you and my boy Don and my boy Kyrios, bro, if we have to say something, we say it to our faces, whether you like it or not.
The thing I always tell people about me is that, like, can I be an asshole? Yes, I can. Can I be the most loyal dude ever? Of course I can. I'm one of those people. Whenever I meet people, I literally tell them, like, the first time we meet with chilling, blah, blah, blah. Like, the first thing I tell people is like, bro, I'm blunt. I'm real with you. I'm gonna be 100% loyal. We could be, we could get to that point where we're friends. But I'm more blunt than normal. So if you're gonna want to hang out a few times, like, first time it's whatever. If we start hanging out a little bit more, but yeah, just so you know ahead of time before we continue, if this looks like we're gonna end up being friends, get along, everything's good, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a very blunt person. I'm very, very blunt. I'm gonna be straightforward to you.
Exactly.
So,
and that was kind of like,
I'm blunt as well. So no, I'm
exactly. And that's kind of like the premises of our friendship. Like, we were supposed to be like blunt with each other. Like, yo, we're gonna tell you straight up like what it is, whether you like it or not.
It's better to be blunt. The one thing I tell people, and to this day I quote this. I say this not because my dad taught me. It's the one thing he taught me, and I made my own little semi quote from it. Is I'd rather, and my dad pretty much told me this almost word for word, but I'd rather have a friend. I'm the kind of friend that I'm gonna talk all this shit to your face, and I'm gonna praise you behind your back.
Exactly.
Because that's what a real family is. That's what a real brother is. That's what a real friend is. You'll never, ever, any guys, all these people who know me, who I actually consider friends and more, they know I will never talk shit behind their back. You can ask everyone who I've talked to, and like, yeah, I've had people test me just not to see if I was being real. Oh, I heard, did you hear about so and so, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, did you talk to them about it? Nah, but I heard from so and so. I'm like, so don't talk that shit then. If you didn't
don't come, don't come to me with that bull. Go talk to them.
Is if I've talked to that person first, talk to them about, yo, I know so and so is probably going to hear about it. I already told you what I think. Do you care if they ask me? Is it cool with you that I talk about it? Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and talk. But if they don't know, if I didn't confront them first, and then second, if I didn't get the permission to go ahead and talk about with someone else who we're close to in the same circle, I don't talk about it. It's simple. Exactly. I respect that. So if I'm going to talk shit, I'm going to say it to your face. You could be doing the dumbest thing ever. I'm going to say it to your face. You might be pissed at me and hate it, but I'd rather say to your face that you'd be mad and then not make a mistake where I'm gonna regret not saying something versus like, yo, that's on him. He does what he wants. That's on him. You know
exactly, because if you're gonna be like that, then you're not friends. You're not friends. You're gonna be like, yeah, no, that's his problem.
Facts.
Like, all right, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the part. Like, I mean, the repercussions after that just was the fact that we never talked to him. Like as a collective, we never really talked to him after that.
Yeah,
but it's just the fact that I'm like, bro, if I ever life just grants me to see you just walking down the road, it's gonna be a hit and run. It's just gonna be just one good lick.
And the thing is, people are probably, and some of you may think, well, you know, if he got in an issue with him, how come y'all didn't be friends if he didn't do nothing to you? It's simple, because if we're brotherhood and he did it to him, what makes him think, Alexa, stop. My bad, yo. What makes you think that if he would do it to him, who we're supposed to be like brothers, all of us.
Exactly.
We're supposed to be like brothers. If he did it to him, he's gonna do it to me.
Why exactly. Would I think like what makes anybody in the clique think that he's not gonna be talking about them to somebody else talking just trash?
Not only that, but you gotta think about it like this too. Even if you're thinking, okay, well, he did that to him, that's between him and him. Because that's how I am sometimes. Like, yo, if I have acquaintances or whatever, yo, they bothered you, they're not my issue. I still talk to them, we have no issue, we're not like that. I'm gonna continue talking. But in this instance, it's where if he talks, if you and him got an issue because we're all super close, yes, okay, me and him don't have the issue, so I shouldn't have to stop talking to him. But here's the issue. He's gonna want to vent about you. And I can't have that. So having that friendship continue is, first of all, it's moot because you're gonna talk about my dude who I'm close with. Second, or first, is bro, if you did it to him, you gotta do it to me.
Yeah. Because he can go because he can turn around and use exactly what you said, twist your words, and then just take it to somebody else. Oh, you know, Enrique was talking shit about da 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 this, that, and third. And then you created this whole like he said, she said situation. And nah, bro, like that's
and that can make the group worse, because then if he decides, you know what, he did
that would break the whole group. That would break the whole group.
I'm gonna try to break the group up, because if they can't have it, I can't. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing it. For me, it was the issue. The other reason I'm like, I would stop talking for all you dudes who are real dudes is because if you have that kind of group, you just ruined something with one of our brothers who you supposedly said was a brother to you, and you did all this shady shit. So the fact that you did that leaves a bad taste in my mouth. That means I can't trust you, because you, like, besides the fact that we said if you did it to him, you do it to us. It's the fact that we don't need drama in the group. You caused it because of your insecurities. I don't need that.
Exactly.
I don't need that. Yeah, you just don't do that, guys. That's just guy code that you just, if you're going to be real friends, you're going to be real dudes, you talk that shit. If you guys are pissed enough, you're like, yo, I'll beat your ass. Okay, let's go. We're going to go put some boxing gloves on.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, we got something, let's squash that right now. Be done with it, and then just keep on moving. Like, that's it. Like, it ain't nowhere in the books that says that we're not supposed to have disagreement, that we're not supposed to not see eye to eye, because we are individuals. As individuals, we think different. And since we think differently, we're going to have disagreements. We're going to have agreements, and just like we're going to have disagreements. And if the disagreement is large enough, we can come to a place where either we find a common ground, or we just agree to disagree and leave the topic alone. We're not going to bring it up because he already knows that we bring tension. So we just leave it, let it be. We spoke our piece, and we just let it be after that. Ain't not going to be no behind by, oh, but you remember when I'm sorry, I don't want to say this, but I got to say it. We are not females, because females are known. I know men do it too, but females are notoriously known for having friends and talking stuff behind their backs to their friends about their own friends. So they have this clique, and everybody got secrets about one another. Ain't no thing about secrets. We talk everything face forward.
That's how I tell people, when people are like, I've had a few people, like I said in the past episodes, like, bro, I've literally told people, when they're like, oh yeah, that's my boy, that's my friend, blah 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 blah. I'm like, no, we're not, and they've gotten pissed. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, bro, we're acquaintances. You ain't shown me anything different. You have until you show me something 100% different. We are just acquaintances. And if you don't like it, and if you don't like it and you get mad and you decide to stop talking to me, you just prove my point. We weren't friends, because friends will have disagreements, or friends will be like, you know what? You don't just just because you meet someone all of a sudden and you guys get along on a few topics doesn't make you fucking friends.
Yeah.
You gotta go there. And when we were back in Job Corps, we went through some shit, yo.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
we were
that was an environment
together. I guess we were in groups together, and we were very close because of the groups that we were allegedly in and things like that and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
but that's the thing about that's the thing about Job Corps. Job Corps was like its own world, if anything, because we have a conglomerate, a group, and groups of people that will band together for X, Y, and Z reason. Like you have the Dominican groups, and you have the Puerto Rican groups, and you have the black groups, and you have the white groups, and you have the this groups,
Asians,
you have the Asians, you have the emos, you have the guys that like anime, you got the guys that only watch this, the guys that like everybody has their own intermingling groups.
The folks, you got gang members who they leave it neutral inside. It was a very wide amount of people.
Yeah, it was like literally, it was like a world inside a world kind of thing. So it was an environment that you always had to be on your toes, if anything, because
it sounds bad, but basically it was the community of a prison.
Yeah, you have not really a prison. The only reason why I say you have to be on your toes because this is an environment where we really not like, oh, I see you and I would never probably see you again. Like in the real world, like let's say that you're in New York one day and you met with a person, you had a disagreement, and you go to California. What are the odds that you're gonna find that person again? You know what I'm saying? That's like 1 in like 7 billion or something like that.
Yeah.
So, this is an environment where you see these people, they're in your same class or they're in a class next door, and then you see them at the cafeteria because you gotta eat. You see them on field trips and stuff like that, like and all this other stuff. So it's a very close environment. So you have to keep. You have to be on your toes because at the same time, even though you want to be honest and blunt with stuff, sometimes you just got to avoid people because you know that if you're blunt to them, then it's going to be an issue. So sometimes you just got to navigate around people. Like, leave them alone. Don't start don't start no shit. There'll be no shit.
Like our parents say, you got to pick and choose your battles.
Exactly.
Pick and choose your battles.
Now, on the flip side, I had a extremely hilarious story. Now that we're talking about our clique, you was with Pop Tart. You left that weekend with Pop Tart. Okay, so you was not part of the excursion. So it was.
I was having an excursion though. I was having an excursion.
It was Curios. It was Marcos, which I haven't heard about Marcos for a minute.
Marcos
I know Marcos being ghost. But it was Curios, it was Marcos, and I don't believe Eddie was there, but I believe I don't believe Eddie was there, and I was there. So we went to the beach. So we chilling at the beach. We went to the pier, whatever, chilling. So we driving back into Curios' mom's house. So we just heading back to the house, just end of the day kind of thing. My guy, tell me why we driving down and we see a cop stop vehicle on the side of the road. We decided to go and pull our windows down.
What? Bro.
Hey, you know something? It's not really that bad, but it's just crazy because we kind of like didn't think about it, or we thought that it was really not gonna be that serious. But we see the guy over there, and we put our windows down, and I'm like, yo, what should we do? But we see the lights flashing. I'm like, yo, like, so we just kind of like throwing stuff out there. So I'm like, yo, we gotta do something where we're not gonna end up in jail, because if we end up in jail, Jocko's gonna kick us out,
bro.
So we go, and then we come out the window, and all we said, bro, it was hilarious. All we said was hallelujah, and we just kept going. That's it, bro. Dead ass. We scream mad loud. All of us just scream out the window like that. Tell me why 2 minutes later, you just see the lights coming behind him. Bro, the dude got mad about us screaming hallelujah out the window.
Hell no.
So he pulled us over and like, license registration. So we handed the license registration. Like, what you guys have been drinking today? I'm like, nah, we just chilling, like whatever. So like, you guys feel stupid today? It's like, what are you talking about, officer? It's like, what are you talking about, officer? I'm like, you know that I'm on official procedures over here, this and the other, third, whatever. So he gave us this long ass speech about like us being dumb and stupid or whatever. And I'm like, bro, we young, whatever. So we over there just kind of being quiet, like we ain't trying to start no trouble, just talking all this stuff. So after that, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna leave you with a warning. I'm like, all we said was hallelujah. I mean, praise the Lord. Don't you like the Lord? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't want to make it like a big deal because honestly,
well, we brown people. That don't matter.
Exactly. You saying like,
What
would at the same time it would look max stupid on him because it's like, yo, I just arrested all these kids for saying hallelujah. Really?
What was he though? What was he?
It was a white guy. I think he was a white guy.
No, we're not saying anything bad, but you know.
Yeah, you know, and for the most part, you already know how the thing is. Come on.
Yeah.
We know how it is. So you know, he gave us this long ass, you know, speech about, you know, whatever. So you know, he was thinking about giving us a ticket, but I'm like, honestly, what were you going to give us a ticket for? Because the lights on the car work, the tag was valid, the registration is valid, the license is valid. We ain't do nothing illegal. We just scream out the window, hallelujah. We're not even calling you.
I would have been like, we were listening to praise music. We were saying how
you know what I'm saying? You know, we ain't scream no slurs. We ain't call you no pig. We ain't say nothing. Like, we just say hallelujah. You just got pissed about the fact that just some kids decided to scream hallelujah when they were going down the street. So he's like, he put the thing back. He put the thing back inside his little metal binder or whatever. Not. So he's like, y'all better go home right now and stop being stupid on the road. So after that, we just kind of like he literally like he went and peeled off and then he just took off. So after that, we just driving. We got home and then we just laughing the whole time. The whole time back to his mom's house. You're like, bro, can you imagine, bro? We got like we just got stopped for a screaming holiday. You're like, wow, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't trying to do nothing stupid because we know we under federal watch because Job Corps is a federal program. So it's like we ain't trying to like do anything like guys, really. Because I was not gonna get sent back to Miami, and my mom's gonna be like, "Why did they kick you out?" And then she'd be like, "Oh, because we did X, Y, and Z." My mom would be laughing her butt off before to tell her I got kicked out because I screamed hallelujah to a cop. Really?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is gonna be something that females don't understand, but we men will completely understand. And I'm going to start with the first. I'm going to say the question, but I'm going to go ahead and bring it up because I know you're going to agree with me. What's the most ridiculous bathroom etiquette rule you've ever encountered among guys? Simple.
Wait. The what again?
What's the most ridiculous bathroom etiquette rule you've ever encountered among guys?
Oh, so, that's the unwritten rule right there, bro. Joe, it's kind of funny because I never was told this. I never was told this, but I know. I think during the pandemic, or maybe a little bit before that, the videos are online start coming up that people actually were oh my god, Peel and yeah, I was watching one of the comedy stuff or whatever. So they're doing this stuff on the bathroom when the guy's on the stall. And then that you have all the 3 stalls over there, and then the guy, instead of leaving the stall in between, he stands right next to him or whatever. Now, and then he just started making this comedy stuff about it. And I'm like, yo, I didn't know about the rule, but it was like already in our DNA because there is nothing more annoying and like awkward than having use a urinal and having another guy literally right next to you. Bro, this is the thing about it. Even on a regular basis, bro. Even on a regular basis, let's say I go into a restroom inside a gas station and they have, you know, a couple stalls. If it's 2 stalls, this is what I see, and I promise you, if I could record this stuff without being homo about it, you know what I'm saying? Without looking weird, bro. If I'm using the urinal and there's one right next to me,
without being what about it?
Like gay about it, because you know it would look mad awkward. Like, yo, this guy in the bathroom. So you know it looks super awkward. But it's like if I go to urinal and I got in the restroom first, and another guy walks in, literally they would walk right back out the restroom until I come out, or they hear the sink going on. Because if they hear the sink going on and say that the urinal is already done being used, so then he'll go in and he'll use the urinal next to the wall, not even the one next to the sink. He use the one next to the wall.
Facts.
And push come to shove, if the urinal next to the sink is the only one that works, because there's times that the one next to the wall gets broken or whatever, he will go to the handicapped restroom to use it.
Facts. It's weird because like, and there is only semi, and even then you don't, but it's semi acceptable if you walk into a restroom and there's 2 urinals and 1 bathroom, one like stall. If you see a guy on there, you go to the stall. If there's 1 guy on there and someone in the stall, the only time, and this is like small, that it's acceptable to go to the second urinal if there's only 2 is if there's that huge ass wall, that partition there, because then you can't see each other. That's the only time, and even then, you still don't.
But it's kind of weird because honestly, there is, I mean, you just said it, but I personally, I never seen a men's restroom with large partitions between urinals. I seen the ones that are maybe about a foot, maybe 2 feet wide, and then they're as tall as like the urinal, like the urinal, not even to your shoulder, to the urinals, like So we're talking about maybe like chest, like like nipple height.
You can't necessarily do it still, like it's still. Unless it's something that's like ridiculously,
exactly. At that point, I will not. I will stand.
Yeah,
I will stand by I will stand by the sink, and I will not use it. And I've seen that happen with plenty, man. Like if there's always a one in between, we always need a one in between.
Yep, and when women wonder, because I saw a girl, she's like, "What's a weird thing?" And she looked at it, and the guy was doing guy math. He's like, "For you females who are wondering about this, this is how it works. If there's 2 urinals, you wait outside. If there's 2 urinals in a stall, you use the stall. 1 guy uses that. Now, if there's 2 urinals in 1 stall, and 1 guy doing urinal, 1's in the stall, you either wait outside or you wait by the sink. Because if you wait outside and someone's in there, if they decide to go in and that guy's done, then he's going to use it. Second, if there's 3 urinals, use the one on the left, 1 on the right. The middle one is empty.
Yep.
Use the middle.
Exactly.
If there's 4 of them, and there's a guy here and a guy here, guess what? You don't use these 2. I don't care how bad you gotta go. You don't use them. You use the 2 ends. Use one here, 1 here.
Yeah.
These 2 right here, you leave them alone. You don't go there.
And in the extreme, and I mean this by every sense of the word, in the extreme case that you really have to go and everything else is being used properly, according to guy rules. The only time that you will use one in between, and I don't know if you ever noticed that if somebody gets in between, they look up.
Yep.
They look automatically. They look up. They don't do nothing but look up all the time. They just stay looking up, and then when they're done, they either just grab the thing. If they got the little handle, they pull the handle, zip up, looking up still, and then walk away.
With 2 dudes, you look forward and up, and you do not even tilt.
You don't even make no type of conversation, no eye contact, no nothing.
Hell no. Now, if there's 5,
and I promise you, I know there's going to be females talking about like, oh my God, that's so homophobic. It's not that. It's just the fact that we just give each other that kind of respect.
Yeah, it's not only that, but like guys are all different sizes, just like women are all different sizes. So you're not trying to be, the other reasons because you don't want to be shoulder to shoulder touching a dude while you're holding your dick. You feel me?
Exactly. Like it's just weird. I'm like looking down and I'm like looking down and I'm like, damn.
If there's 5, there's a guy here, then there's gonna be a guy here and a guy here. These 2 you leave alone. Now the other thing it's the other combination, which is possible, a guy here. Now if there is another guy here, you wait. If he's going to be the idiot who decides to go next to someone, there's an empty one. First thing, which I've seen it a few times, where and this goes with parking too. If you're parking, I fucking with all my soul.
Oh yeah, I already know what you're gonna say.
I hate
already
going in a
know.
parking lot where there's 50 parkings. I park here, no one around me, plenty of parking,
and you want to park right next to it.
Right next to it.
Yeah, that is
my god, bro.
That rubbed me the wrong way so bad.
I actually got to the point. I had a dude do that once. He parked right next to me, and he was kind of, you could tell he wasn't like a man's man. And even then, even if you're not a man's man, it's just kind of like built into our DNA. This fool, plenty of parking. He was actually parking closer, parked next to me. First thing, I was like, are you saying the one reason? Okay, first of all, is because we're men, and that's just common. That's kind of like the bathroom urinal thing. You do the same thing. Second is because if there's plenty of parkings and you park there, you know, if someone decides to get out of their car and they might hit yours, it gives you a chance where you park where no one's at, no one has to hit your car, right?
Exactly.
This fool parked next to me, and he gets out his side. There's no one else on the passenger side, so he's not gonna hit my car. He parks next to me, and the first thing, I swear to you, I could not hold it. I was like, I'm stepping out of the car. He's parking there. I'm like, really? He looks at me like shocked. He's like, what? I'm like, there's all these parkings, and you're gonna park right next to me. I'm like, you're the fool that goes right next to the urinal. There's 3 of them, and instead of going to the other side, you go right next to me. Bro, y'all want to take one. Bro, this dude,
for real, you just broke the unwritten rule, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, that you're a guy. I'm like, you're a man, ain't you? I'm like, that's just an unspoken rule. You don't piss right next to the dude. There's an open urinal. You leave a space. I'm like, there's all these parking. You got to park right next to me. Do you feel unsafe? Bro, this dude, I'm telling you, he was almost shutting the door. This dude slowly opened his door. He's like, my bad. Got in, parked, went 2 aisles down, closer to the thing, and parked there. Bro.
But you know something? Going back into the urinal thing. You know, a quick story, bro. Quick story. I was driving. Where was driving? I think I was driving to Orlando, and we had to do a rest stop. I'm sorry, bro. It's just so wrong. The proper procedure is done, and there's a stall open.
Oh god!
But the only stall that is left open. Is the handicap stall.
Okay.
My guy, tell me why. As I'm using the stall, there's a guy with a wheelchair coming in, bro. And he's using it. So he's banging on the door, and he's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Occupy." So he's over there, like, okay. So he's like, literally, you can see the wheels at the end. I'm like, God damn, bro! Like, you cannot just walk out like that, because now it's like, bro, you breaking the rule. You know that's for handicap. So you try to avoid as much as you can not to ever use it. Even though it has all this space in the world, the only time you use it is when you really gotta go really bad and you gotta use number 2. That's the only time.
The only time you use that is you gotta take it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know that because there's more room for the toilet. If you're small, big, doesn't matter. There's more room.
There's more room. So, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you're breaking code, because guess what? You know, I'm not doing number 2. I just gotta go for the leak. But everything else is already being occupied properly. So, my guy, tell me why I get out of there and start walking like one of my legs is messed up.
Like, your leg is what?
He messed up. Like, I have a problem with my leg.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if this is a guy thing. I feel like a lot of guys, if they've run into someone who's legitimate, you can tell they're handicapped, and I feel like, bro, I've done that before. I've had that, bro. My leg went from perfectly healthy. I had the biggest limp in my life, bro. I walk like walking. Oh, my bad. Bro, I hear that door shut and the little click, then I'm like, okay, I'm back to normal. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, no, right? Yeah. I waited until I left the whole bathroom scene, bro. Like, I gotta leave the restroom because I don't want him to be like, oh, I can still see, like, you know, the way your feet is moving, and then you go back to regular. Watch him pull out the damn stall in the wheelchair. So you lied. I'm like, nah.
Oh my god.
Yo,
so,
I'm like,
you do this. I feel like this is a human thing, but I feel like being a human, it's kind of maybe more done for guys to a well, females do it too, definitely, but I hate it's kind of an unspoken rule. I mean, you shouldn't be doing this anyways, but it's I hate walking into a bathroom. There's a dude using it, you walk in. If you're gonna take a piss or a shit, yes, it's a public bathroom, but it's kind of I mean, this is natural for anyone, but you just especially for men, if you know it's a urinal. I mean, if you know it's a urinal, I mean a stall, and you're gonna just take a piss. There are guys who will say, fuck it, it's a public bathroom, and they won't let now that's the only time I will be pissed about a seat not being put up. Because bro, how you gonna take a piss and leave the seat down and piss all over it? Bro, this is meant for shitting. If I decide to use a stall to take a
Bruh.
shit, there's nothing worse than be like, bro, I can't
I
take a shit
know.
now. Or
I
if
feel
you decide
you.
to, you take a you grab as much toilet paper as you can. I put it on there and I'm wiping it with my foot. And then if and I've never had this issue, luckily, I'll hold it and I'll go somewhere else. But if you have no choice, I wipe it with my foot with the with the toilet
Oh
paper.
no, my God! You know
Then,
something?
take
What
a
I'll
shitload of
do
toilet
is
paper
I'll
and
walk back out.
I'll
Yeah,
layer it.
nah,
Put it
I'll walk. I'll walk out. I'll walk out. Go to the
on.
sink. I will go to the sink with a bunch of toilet tissue. Grab some of the soap
Well,
and
yeah,
wipe and wash it. Yo,
I
like
wipe
I'll
it
go to the
down, but
extreme. Hey, if I really, really gotta go and I have to sit down, bro, because honestly, if we do this stuff at home and we put the seat up, bro, what in your head don't click that if you're in a stall, it's the same procedure. The difference is that there's no freaking women to complain about why you let the seat up. Because we won't care. We already understood. There's a man pissing here. Because
granted,
even if I go and take a shit, bro, when I'm done, I clean my area, I'll put the seat back up. I will literally put the seat right back up. Why? Because I don't want nobody else pissing on the shit.
yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't do that, bro. You know what's the worst thing? I've walked into some bathrooms that some guys they will demolish that. Like you will see shit on the seat.
Bro,
I'm
but
like,
you know something?
bro.
You know something on that you just said? I think, and I've been told myself by the females that live in my own house. The reason why sometimes females not even like using public restrooms is because females themselves are 10 times worse on bathroom etiquette than guys. Their bathroom
Facts,
is a lot more disgusting than men's bathroom. That is sad.
bro.
Yo, they have told me that they've been women that leave shit all over the toilet. They had told me that there's women that leave bloody pads and tampons all over the bathroom. Like that they will even shit on the floor. Like, my guy, how? How?
I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna be ridiculous. So I was back in the day when I was younger, and I got screwed over by certain family members, and some stuff happened. I ended up being homeless for a little bit. I was at a Dunkin' Donuts in the East Coast in Baltimore, and my dude worked at the Dunkin' Donuts. I was trying to get a job, trying to get my off the street and shit. And I was at a Dunkin' Donuts sleeping overnight. Like I'm gonna sleep. There's in Dunkin' Donuts. There's some of them. There's chairs and stuff. This was a big one. So I rest my head there. And I would just sleep there. My dude didn't care because I ended up becoming friends with him. Dude was a boxer. Dude was amazing. So we did it, and there's three other homeless people. One female who was dating this one older guy, probably in his 50s, 60s. And there's the other guy named Smitty. This dude was a Vietnam vet. This is the thing that killed me.
Schmitty.
Yeah, it killed me because he was a Vietnam vet. He was a soldier, but he got screwed, and then we don't treat our soldiers right when they come back.
Yeah.
Anyways, he was homeless, and he was probably at the time in his I want to say 60s, and yeah, late 50s, probably more late 50s, early 60s, and homeless dude, sweetest dude in the world. He was amazing. He went through hell and back. I heard some of the stories he told me. I was like, thank you for your service, man. But we went there, and this is Baltimore, so mostly Hispanics or black people. So this black chick came in. She's like, "Can I use the bathroom?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, it's right there." She went, used the bathroom. She ran. I'm talking about sprinted out of that bathroom. Now, what my dude would do, he'd go, what the hell? Yeah, and what my dude would do, the guy who worked at the Dunkin' Donuts, he would let the homeless guy to like, he would give him free food, and the owner's like, fine, I don't care. The owner at first wasn't happy about it, but he's like, but a lot of sometimes when he was on shift, only when he was on shift, and he usually did the night one, but he did the overnight so he could box in the morning and train. So he would let a lot of the homeless people like, oh, you know what, I'll give you free food, and he wouldn't expect them to do anything, but a lot of them were very prideful, like, no, let me clean your floor and mop it. So I was doing what I had to do. I mean, not in terms of I wasn't one of those who did that. That's because I was doing my other stuff. But
he was giving it up.
Smitty was like Smitty didn't care. He's like, you gotta do what you gotta do. So he's like, you know what? He's like, if you're gonna give me free food, he's like, let me at least mop the floor and do that for you, help you out with your job. He's like, fine, it's a deal. He's like, he refused to, but then Smitty's like, I'm not gonna do it. So he's like, fine, I'm fine. You do that, and I'll do that. And the owner was cool with it because the owner realized he was helping, and he was an Indian dude. And a lot of Indian owners for Dunkin' Donuts and 7-Elevens out there, especially Dunkin' Donuts. So he was like, yeah, he's like, he had a heart. So he's like, okay, fine. As long as it's clean, you're doing your job, I don't mind you doing that. He didn't get in trouble for giving the free food away and the drinks. So,
I mean, most of the time they still freaking throw it away anyway. So,
yeah, exactly. That's why the owner was like, whatever. So he let the guy do it, my dude do it. So then Smitty would go ahead and he would clean, mop and stuff. He's like, I'm about to clean it. He's like, that girl just ran out of the bathroom. He's like, he's like, if there's a mess, I'll clean it. So we go to see what happened. Oh, I tell you, I realized I knew women were disgusting, but when I saw this bathroom, I swear to you, this girl took a shit. But what I'm confused about is how she took one.
Wait. Hold on. There was a regular customer that walked in, or that was some older, like another homeless person?
It was a customer.
Oh.
She walked in, went to the bathroom. She was in there for like 10 minutes. Ran the fuck out. We're wondering, shit, what did she do? Maybe because every now and then, and this is anywhere in the country. Sometimes you never know who's who. Some people go to fast food places, and she was a customer, but she could have been homeless for all I know. But she wasn't. She was in a car full of people. They were drinking and stuff. But I think she went out drinking. She ate food, late at night. This is like at 2-3 in the morning. This girl ran out. We're back in the car where people and they bro, skid it off. But I'm telling you, that car must have been bad too, because when we walked into that bathroom trying to see what happened, bro.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure last time I checked, there was a toilet in the bathroom, but somehow I think she must have been doing something, because I've never seen I wonder to this day if she became an artist, because the wall.
You say I noticed?
And the top of the toilet, the seat was up, and the wall had shit all over on the back of it.
What?
I'm like, bro, on the toilet, on the back of the seat, and on the wall, smeared. Like she sat, and it just went, bro.
Yo.
And these places like Dunkin' Donuts and stuff, because, in case there's flooding, there's drains on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm in there. I open the door. When I see this, not only do I gag because I'm seeing it, but the smell that I smell. Oh my god! And this dude, he's like, I'm almost about to puke. He's like, I'm like, doesn't this smell bother you? He's like, I smell dead bodies burning in Vietnam when napalm. He said, trust me, this is nothing.
Oh damn!
I'm like,
that was morbid.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I'm like, nuh-uh. He's like, and the guy, my dude, his name was Tank. I don't know where he's at now, but Tank, thank you for everything you've ever done for anybody. I appreciate you. Most stand-up black dude ever in the world. Dude was amazing, and a pro boxer at that time, in Baltimore at least. But this dude, he's like, oh man, I gotta figure this. He's like, I don't know. He's I'm gonna have to get water and like just literally shooting at the wall. And the guy's like, just give me a bucket of water, I'll deal with it. He's like, no, I'm not. This is not your job. He said, I know you usually help me do stuff, but he's like, I got this. He's like, no. He's like, trust me. He's like, y'all can't handle the smell. He's like, I smell worse. I smell dead bodies. We're looking at him like, damn. And this guy goes through. And this is smart. It's smart. He takes a bucket of water, puts it all over the place, takes the mop, dips it in, make sure it's soaking, and just to the walls, to the floor.
Bro, just the fact that is it the thought of throwing a bucket of water on the wall and just thinking about those poop particles flying towards you, bro.
Bro.
No,
Bro.
no, I would not do that. I'm sorry, bro. But you know something? I'm gonna tell you this, okay? I'm gonna tell you this because my oldest daughter told me this, bro. Females will put their feet and squat on the toilet seat to try to aim in the bowl.
Yeah.
My guy, what is that?
It's so that they don't have to put their bare ass on the toilet seat.
My guy, what about you take toilet tissue like we men do? You know what I'm saying? If you guys are the smartest ones out of the two, one not logical explanation is grab tissue, fold it if anything, grab long enough, fold it, put it across, like put it on the top and on the sides and make this little basket of toilet tissue and then take your sit and do what you gotta do. Why the hell you trying to aim with the freaking blind eye and try to like hit or miss? That is crazy.
Especially because like the toilet paper is not yours. There's a company, and then all companies, especially if you're like at a restaurant kind of place or at a fast food or whatever, they have stocks and stocks and
My
stocks.
guy, but the thing about it, think about it for a second. Those things are about exactly. Hey, you see what I'm saying? Like push come to shove. The roll most times are like this big. You're not gonna tell me you're gonna use all that.
Real quick. Granted, they're like one ply that if you put your finger like this, you're touching yourself.
No, of course. That's what I'm saying. You fold it multiple times, or you use as much as you need to just go ahead and put it there. And you wanna flush it down the stuff. Just use your feet, throw it in the freaking toilet, and flush it.
There you go. That
is just beyond insanity. The lengths that they will go into. Like I will put my feet on the seat.
I've done this as long as I can remember. As long as I can remember, from probably a teenager on, I've done this. But like, if I'm gonna use a public place and it's like there's piss all over the place, and I'm like, I'm not. I gotta take a shit. I'm not sitting on that. I'm not wiping that. I'm not doing that. I'm telling you, one of my biggest fears, and I. This is what got me doing this as the Wandering Food Dude, my foodie account. How like I decided, you know what? From now on, I'm doing this, especially because I have no gallbladder now. So especially since I got a gallbladder, I made this religious. What I do now is if I know I gotta go to bed, if I'm going out with friends or do whatever, and we might eat first. And first of all, I'm looking at the menu to see what it is, so I don't have to worry about heavy foods and having to I don't like using public bathrooms. But what I started doing when I became an EMT, when I started doing EMT stuff was like, after that, they were like, oh yeah, you should, like, I kind of did it, but I didn't take it seriously. And then once my gallbladder was gone and I started becoming EMT, I started now anywhere I go, I know every hospital there is. Every hospital. Right? If I go out with Shorty and if I was on a date or whatever I'm doing with boys, like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh, we're at McDonald's or whatever the hell we're at. Oh, there's a bathroom there. Nope. Unless I know the bathroom's clean, fine. If it's not clean, oh, there's a hospital down, like, but that's out of the way. Then y'all gonna have to go there. I'm going to the hospital. Bro, hospital bathrooms, generally, I've never at least, run into a dirty one. But generally, 95%, if not 99%, bathrooms are always clean. So, bro, I know every bathroom there is wherever I'm going in a hospital. I'll park in the main parking lot, walk on in, use the bathroom. I'm all good. I can take my time. It's clean my ass, wet, douche my ass a little bit with toilet paper and water. Bro, my camera team, when we first went to our first place to do food things, they were shocked at what I had in my back. Like, bro, besides Tums, Gas X, and Pepto-Bismol, I had like 2 huge packs of baby wipes. I'm the kind of person, I'm not the typical American, whoa, I go to the bathroom and then I wipe my ass and I'm good. No. Here's a simple thing. People are like, it's not the same thing. You take peanut butter, put it in your arm. You take toilet paper, wipe it, it spreads it. Same thing with your cheeks. Now this time it's just your cheeks together. You're spreading that. You're spreading it. So what do? You get baby wipes. Take the baby wipes. After you wipe regular, you wipe really nice. If you gotta do it 5 times, 5 times. Wipe nice, then you take the baby wipes, you clean that ass. ass. You clean that ass. You make sure there's nothing.
What kind of sticky shit you be doing, bro?
Bro, I do not, bro. If I'm at home and I'm using the bathroom, bro, after I'm done wiping, do whatever, I'm in that shower, bro. If I don't have a bidet, I'm in the shower with the jet propulsion. Yeah, it don't make me gay. It don't make me nothing.
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm just like, shh, you know what I'm saying? I'm wiping the booty cheeks, bro. And
you want that little spits on your booty,
bro? Only you like when people are like, oh, why are you doing that? Blah blah blah. Everywhere else in the world is considered normal, especially Europe and stuff like that, to make sure your ass is clean, bro. My ass is clean. My ass is clean. I don't do that spreading the peanut butter. I don't do that stuff. I'm good on that. That's groceries. Bro, after I'm done, you can eat the booty like groceries. That's how clean it is.
Oh, no.
That's how clean it is. I'm good on that, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh my god.
My body stay clean, bro. I don't play. That's how, like, when I was dating back in the day, when we went to a club or something, if I went to a club or went out dancing, blah, 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 but girl wanted to do stuff, I was always a guy. Girl never had an issue because they knew, like, oh, this dude, you're in a club, you're sweating balls, your balls are sweating balls. And bro, it's like, nah, let's do something. Nah, you know what? Let's go back to the crib, my crib or yours, or to wherever we going, and let's take it. I always make sure we hop in that shower because as much as a guy can smell and get sweaty balls, girls can get sweaty lips. They can get sweaty cooch. Girl, we taking a shower, making sure we clean, and then we get to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be dirty like that.
I mean, our junk is outside. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's different. It's different,
bro. But it's nothing worse than going to go take a shit, and then, especially depending on who you are, whether you got a big dick or big balls, bro. Nothing worse than the first time you experience going to the bathroom. You know, you kind of, and girls, this is gonna be weird, but like when you're in the bathroom, you're not, unless you're hard. But if generally you're not hard, right? So when you go to the bathroom, your dick kind of like smooshes together against the seat thing, and then your balls are hanging there. Well, nothing worse than you're going to the bathroom, you do what you gotta do. You're taking a piss, if you're taking a piss and then the shit, you're taking the piss first. It's in the toilet. If it's big enough, you got to be careful. Like you got to kind of squat a tiny bit so that it's not.
you got to use your leg muscles. Your leg muscles.
Yeah, your nuts touch the water. No.
Bro, how old are you? 85, nigga? How your balls are still touching the water around that?
Touching the water. What I'm saying though, you don't want the D or the balls just mistakenly touch. I'm black, but I'm
sorry, bro. I understand. Your balls touching the wall, like the water. Nah.
Yeah, from the splashback.
Oh, that's a different stuff. But I'm talking about like you sitting down and your balls just hanging low enough to touch the water.
No, not like when you sit. I mean, I'm talking about like when you take your.
Oh yeah, yeah. That little kiss of doo-doo water hitting them right back.
You drop the missile in, and the water says.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than that, bro. Like,
yeah, like that video online where the dude's taking it down, and then you see the little barman or whatever just coming outside and just kissing you in the butt and just like tickling on your balls.
Bro, I'm not trying to have the water.
Yeah.
And then you got to take toilet paper and water, fresh water from the sink. Go back and you gotta walk, cause bro, if you're at home, it's
but you know something that comes to like and especially like when I grew up in Panama, there was always this stuff that the women had, that they have this special cup inside the bathroom, where when they were done using the bathroom, they will get and turn on the sink, they open the faucet.
Yeah, water
it up with some soap, and there was specific soap. That soap nobody else used it for nothing else. That you sometimes it was that red soap. They would grab that cup and they would wash themselves on the toilet, bro. Yeah. The cleanest coochies come from Hispanics, bro. Because I never heard that story outside of Hispanics.
Yeah,
maybe Filipinos. Maybe Filipinos, because I know I heard that stuff from Joy Coy, and when he said that on that special, I'm like, I identify, bro. My household did the same thing.
Yeah, there's no difference from once you're done taking that shit, whether it's solid or not. wiping it down and go in the shower and just wipe that ass out, bro. Forget that. I don't want the kiss of shit hitting my balls, bro. I'm good.
Right?
Yeah, yo,
you don't want those cinnamon, no cinnamon, no cinnamon line on your.
Get that little line. Y'all, oh my God. We hope y'all had fun watching us. Thank you for joining Latinos Unfiltered podcast. This was a little bit of a nuts episode. We hope y'all had fun and enjoyed it with us. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for coming. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can always watch us with us. Have some fun because it'd be some crazy times, bro. It'd be some crazy times.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy, guys. Guys, remember, don't have a shitty situation that you cannot clean up. Guys, this has been another episode of Latinos Unfiltered, guys. So until the next. Peace.
Peace.